Ogo abuna Manona. Itigano, nje budoku. Sine reverencia. Una
to defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farm.
Sasa Google leo.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozo Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State, and also in parts of Abia.
Sasa Google leo.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozo Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State.
Sasa Google leo.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozo Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State.
Yes! Let my people go! Let my people go!
Sasa Google leo. Kansa gumara.
Don't forget that on several occasions, spokesmen of this government has been more like spokesmen of Boko Haram. Like he said, the statements coming from Garba Shehu at the time tells you that clearly this fellow cannot be far from Boko Haram's operation room. That the Nigerian government will hire a terror group like Meiziala as is in face of negotiation with another terror group, Boko Haram, shows clearly that what Sani Abacha said before, that when terror rocks a country for so long as it is doing Nigeria, the government must know something about it. Don't forget, it was Garba Shehu who is back that was telling us the reasons why Southern Ghana citizens were killed. He gave the reason for Boko Haram. When fruit farmers were beheaded in Borno, same Garba Shehu told us that, oh, those farmers, they didn't take permission from the army before they went to their farm. As if they took permission before they went to plant. He was able to offer a belated apology, as if we are fools. I cannot see through what the game they're playing with us. The governor of Katsina was asked, who kidnapped and released these boys? Oh, I have to ask a third party. In an orchestrated attempt to cover up the groups responsible for this killing, the Boko Haram. Don't forget that when they released Chibok girls that time, Wall Street Journal alleged that this government paid 3 million euros to Boko Haram in 2 weeks for Lai Mohammed to offer some bogus lies of deception, to say it was not so. But for us, we believe that the Kankara boys have just been used once again to swipe the card.
You know, it is actually not the first time such abduction happened. Would you not at least credit that the rescue operation is faster now than the previous administration?
If the previous administration did not have the kind of link that this government have with Boko Haram, you cannot expect them to be as fast as they are.
Dan Allah, you have to dissolve any gang of vigilantes, close any kind of schools, excluding Islamia.
Shine za a gada ma gwamnan Katsina ya gansu suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya, ga sunan da ganin su kasan suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya.
All the armies that have come here to help us, please send them back. They can do nothing to them. Please, wa'annan sojojin da suka shigo su kuma babu abin da su iya musu wallahi. Jirgin nan ma a daina turuwa. Please, sir, you have to send all the soldiers and armies and this jet back. Please, sir. Please, sir, we need your assistance, sir. Please.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozo Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State, and also in parts of Abia. We cannot allow it to continue. We have cowards and spineless, lily-livered idiots as governors. They have given over our land to the Janjaweed to occupy in perpetuity. This very generation, this very IPOB will not tolerate it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. We would rather all perish and die than to allow our land to be taken over by the Janjaweed. It cannot happen. This is a warning to all the governors who are conspiring due to one political consideration or the other to give our land to infidels and blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. It cannot happen, not under our watch. It's not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Our invaders, we are being told, come from Senegambia. We are being told they come from Mali. Some are from Niger Republic. Some are from Chad, according to the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai. Therefore, we are setting up the Eastern Security Network to combat the excesses of these vagabonds and criminals from across the Sahel. Along the same lines as Amotekun, and even the ones set up by the terrorists themselves, Miyetti Allah. What we are launching today officially before the congregation of a global audience is the Eastern Security Network. Not a Biafran army, no. Anytime this army will march, we shall let the world know. But for now, and for our present purposes, we are there to defend the land of Biafra against these marauders from the Sahel, against a very determined incursion being led by terrorists, Fulani terrorists to be precise. What we are doing is no different from what Amotekun is seeking to achieve in Yoruba land. What we are doing is not far from what Miyetti Allah, the terrorists themselves, are seeking to achieve in the northern part of the damnable Zoological Republic. Our response to the endless cycle of insecurity, lawlessness, mayhem, destruction of lives and properties in Biafra land is the launch of this very Eastern Security Network.
And yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it. Compensation for lives and property has foundations even in the Quran and the Bible. Frankly, as the governor of the state, this is where my opinion comes in. As I speak, we are aware of some church leaders that have been getting money from abroad to bury Christians that have been killed, to rebuild thousands of churches that have been destroyed, because the more they put this on social media and give the impression that Christians are being targeted, the more dollars flow in.
Is there your proof of this?
I will not say proof. The security agencies have been monitoring, and when we put it all together, you'll be surprised which people we are going to prosecute.
We have less than 90 seconds.
There are people in southern Kaduna, political leaders, church leaders, that are selling a narrative of exclusion, that only indigenes should live there, only people of a particular religion should live there. Now, unless people agree to live in peace and know that this is Nigeria, no one can chase anyone out, we'll not have peace.
Kansa gugu da.
people go!
Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. My name is Mazikim Patrick DK, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this evening edition of Biafra television program. And we are here to bring you analysis, as usual, on the need for the Eastern Security Network, and also to bring you some of the issues that comes up on a daily basis as regards to the security challenges we are facing. We've seen some people coming out to criticize the Eastern Security Network, but we are here to continue to let our people understand that there is need for us to queue behind the Eastern Security Network and make things work for the security of life and property in the Eastern region and the Biafra land in general. Very soon, shortly, my brother Mazi Solomon Peter will be joining us because we have very, very interesting issues to talk about, very interesting issues. I played a couple of videos here. I choose to play this video to refresh our mind on things that have happened, to put our mind back to history, because we've seen people quote our eternal leader, late Odimegwu Ojukwu, out of context. We've seen people quote him out of context, and we are here to correct the narrative about his stand in his late days in the struggle for Biafra restoration. We've seen people say that Ojukwu said that Biafra should be a thing of the mind, so that we should all die in one Nigeria. But here we are requesting that his people should be let go, that they should let his people go. We've seen people come out to say, no, he said in his last day that he has fought and he lost the war, so for that we must all remain in Nigeria by force. But here we are, in his words, directly saying, let my people go. And that is the topic of our discussion today. We also have Yinka Odumakin, Fedifere chieftain, who also have analyzed the Aso Rock and the cabals.
Yes! Let my people go!
Let my people go. That is the word, and it's very open, it's very straight, and it's very clear. And so we've seen many people come out to say, oh, Ojukwu said that Biafra should be a thing of the mind. It shows that he fought for Biafra, he fought for the freedom of his people, even till death. He chose a different path after the war, but in his mind, he knew that we are not meant to be in Nigeria. And he continued to indirectly send us the message that we are not meant to be in the zoo called Nigeria, and we should fight to free ourselves, and the battle is what we are fighting right now. So before Mazi Solomon comes in, I would like us to take a look at the video that I also played earlier by the Fulani herdsmen in the bush in Ebonyi State, eating people's crops. They took their cattle to the bush, destroying farmland. And it's very important that we take note, because these are the reasons why the Eastern Security Network was formed, to be able to combat the insecurity by the marauding herdsmen who are hell-bent on destroying our crops, destroying our farm produce. And the leader of IPOB have made it exclusively clear that the Eastern Security Network was set up for the defense of the entire eastern region. Let's take a look at that video where we have the herdsmen with their cow moving around the bush, destroying the environment for us. Let's take a look at this video once again. I played it before and I want to play it again while we wait for Mazi Solomon to come on board, because these are the issues that are going to form the basis of our analysis in this period. In this period, we'll be talking about the Eastern Security Network, bringing forward evidences why the Eastern Security Network must be supported, that people of the Eastern region must stand behind it, despite the governors' opposition, the governors who have never shown any interest for the security of their people. And here I am to play this video again. And after the video, I would like to invite Mazi Solomon to join us in this analysis. Hello, Mazi Solomon. Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you so much, Mazi Pat, for bringing me in at this moment in this morning edition at my end, and at your end is already getting to midnight.
It's midnight already, yes.
Yeah. So we are here again to do justice to issues, and from this beginning, I will start by welcoming Biafrans and sending my greetings to them. Merry Christmas. At my end, by this time tomorrow, we have already got deep into the celebrations of the Christmas for the people who regard the celebration. So, and at your end, you still have a day to go. You still have to sleep and then enjoy the day before the Christmas arrive. But tonight we will be hosting Christmas carols, and those people who do Christmas Christmas meeting night. So it will be happening at my end today. So I bring greeting to all Biafrans as we all going into these celebrations and supporting people who actually participating in these very celebrations. At my end here is good morning. At the end of
Mazi, isn't it amazing that you are always one step ahead? You are one day ahead of us. You are always one, even in wisdom, you're always ahead of us. Mazi, go ahead.
Yes, these are the people. One advantage I have is that before I'm ahead, I'm one day ahead of the wishes in Nigeria, the wishes and wizards in Nigeria. So before, when they are sleeping, I'm awake. That is just what you have to confirm here. When I'm sleeping, they are awake. So actually, we don't have way to meet anyway. So we are moving forward here. I bring greeting to all Biafrans, and I bring greetings to all lovers of freedom all over the world. And I bring greetings to the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I said, thank you so much for coming here to hear us this very morning at my end, and at other people's end, it could be evening, it could be night, it could be midday, whatever time zone you are welcome into this conversation this morning. And I want this very conversation to be inclusive. I want the line to be open from the beginning, because we will be dealing with the matter one after the other. We are here to support ESN. We are here to say that ESN has come to stay. We are here to say that people who have not seen reason to support ESN should, from our discussion this morning, find reason to do so, because it's very, very important. It's very, very important. The Bible said, you shall not neglect the days of little beginning. So it's very, very important for us to recognize our strength in every move or in every in everything that we are trying to ask for, that is our right. It's very, very important we recognize our strength. Just in this program, we have taught you that your right as an indigenous person is a strength. You need to deploy it. Your right to vote for whosoever that goes into power is your strength. You need to deploy it. Then your right for self-defense is your strength. You need to deploy it. Let nobody put you out of contest. You must make use of your right. Your right is your strength. Anytime you shy away from the responsibility of your right, then you have given a whole lot of opportunities to people who doesn't want you to exist, to people who doesn't want you to enjoy your right. You have given them opportunity to destroy you and destroy your future, the future of your children, to destroy everything that you have to inherit now or future. So therefore, whatever things is for your right, contest for it. Contest for it. Don't shy away. Don't get intimidated when it comes to your right. It doesn't matter. And I've said it here openly, that death is not the beginning. Death is not the end of life. In short, for a matter of fact, when you die, then you now begin to live again. If you don't die, you cannot live again. So death is not the end of life. Don't because of the fear of death, then refuse to fight for your right. Let me tell you something about death. So many of us here, I was discussing with Mazi Pat and Mazi Orikeze yesterday, and I said something. I said this is a mystery that we will always have to remember, that life is on recycling. As you can see that you can see things recycle, that is how life recycle. As the world resolve round about, as the earth resolve round about the sun, the same way is life resolving around. Now let me tell you, there was a time nobody knows you until a time you are conceived in your mother's womb. Nobody even know you. But when they born you, then they started knowing you. They give you name. They give you new identity. Then the same times people take care of you to some certain stage that you have to take care of yourself and take care of other people. Then even at the same time, people will continue to take care of you while you are taking care of them. When you marry a wife, you take care of wife and wife take care of you. And then you take care of the children. Then as you grow older, you will still come back to that stage where you become mama, where you become papa, that you come back as you were as a child, where you need to be taken care of again. Then that is just what happened in the beginning is what happening in the end. The fact is that you have run from the beginning to the end with a particular identity. Then after you come to that point where people has to take care of you as an old man, as an old woman, then the body will die. When the body die, you go back again in the beginning. Now, the difference is that when you are coming back, people are going to change your name. They will give you a different identity. They will give you a different name. You will come with different fingerprints. Every of your identity physically might change, but your personality remains. Your personality remains. They might not recognize you when you come back because the last time they saw you, the body is old. The body has already been worn out. Now that you are fresh again, it is very hard for them to recognize you. And it's due to that very ignorance that makes them that when you come back, they have to change your identity. Because the last time they saw you, then the last time they saw you is not in the new fresh body that you come in with. And Paul described it in the Bible and said, when a corn dies, he germinates and he bears fresh corns. Now that is how life goes. When the initial life died, then the new life will begin. But the difference is that when you come back into new life, people will, for them not recognizing you, they will give you a new identity. They will give you a new name. But your personality still remains the same. We must acknowledge this because the soul that God created never died. And the soul that God created in the realm of the spirit is powerful. He doesn't know punishment. The only place that the soul experiences punishment because it's connected to the emotion is when you come back in the flesh. When you are fleshed human being, that is when you know, when you know the suffering of being a cripple. That is when you know the suffering of being a blind person. That is when you know the suffering of being a poor person. That is not the suffering of being trekked for a far distance for the lack of not having a car, or for the lack of not having money for transport. That is when you can be able to experience what the pains of an hungry or a person who has not eaten food. But when you are in the spirit, you don't need car to go where you want to go. You don't even need medications to you don't need even medication to sustain your body, because in the spirit there is nothing like those sickness and the infections. So everything that a man saw, if you fight here for your right and you die for that right, I'm telling you that when you are coming back, you don't need to fight for the right again. Rather, you need to enjoy for the right which you give your life to. And that is exactly how it happens. So let us not, for the fear of death, refuses to fight for our right or refuses to speak up for our right. And let me tell you another history of the Bible. I'm not here actually to be able to tell you stories that are not visible. Read your Bible very well. Now I wanted to tell you, Paul the disciple said that for the fear of death, that so many people have subjected themselves into wickedness, or subjected themselves into devil. For the fear of death, men have refused to exercise their freedoms. And that is why Christ came to liberate us from the fear of death. And the first thing you conquer when you become a Christian is death. Because Christians believe that when we die, we live again. That death is the opportunity of death. Opportunity of death is an opportunity to live again. Opportunity to die is opportunity to live again. Now, in the mountain of transfiguration, we saw that Moses appeared and Elijah appeared. And these are the people that have considered that have passed away. But now, Jesus proved to the disciples that those that are called dead are alive somewhere. So, don't you, for the fear of death, ever fear to fight for your right. Fight for your right. It doesn't matter the threat of death that are before you. When you die, you will live again. But the people that killed you for fighting your right, they will also die one day, and they will come back, and they will face the pain of being killed, because those that kill by sword will also die by sword. That is my first message before I produce. The number to call is there in the screen as we proceed in this very program. Thank you for listening to me. Mazi Pat, are you there?
Mazi Solomon, thank you very much. You took it straight away. And I know you must have watched some clips that I played here. And also analysis that I gave briefly about the reason why the ESN must keep to enjoy our support, because it is very, very clear that this is the best time for the ESN. And I played a clip of some young Fulani men with their cow in the bush, parading, destroying our environment with a careless abandon. And it took a lot of pains. It took a lot of pains for the Eastern region to actually come up with the initiative. And we decided that we have to stand by it, because we've seen incidents of rape, we've seen incidents of death. Unfortunately, some of our people are still living in denial. We've seen some people come out in the media to criticize our self-defense, which is quite, disheartening to some of us. But in any case, however, we have to do what we have to do as a people to safeguard our environment. Mazi, there is a video I want to play about Yinka Odumaki in Yoruba and Ferifere chieftain who talked about the recent kidnap that took place in, I think it's in Castina there or somewhere in the north. And he made his pronunciations and also his observation about the role of the cabals in Aso Rock. So we'll be talking about all these things. And already people are trying to call in. Mazi, I don't know if I will give opportunity for people to call in, or do we proceed with the analysis?
Definitely, definitely the topics is made open. People are allowed to call in. So, and we are also allowed to do our analysis. As to regard to the videos you show first, where our internal leader, may his soul rest in perfect peace, Dim Odumegu Ojukwu, where he's saying, let my people go. That simply means that some certain group of people are holding the people he's referring to. So let my people go is a call that is actually referring to what we are doing today. And the cry that we are also crying today to let our people go, because that is the way forward. That is the way that has been articulated as a way forward to separate Biafran from Nigeria, to disintegrate Nigeria, so we can have Biafra as our nation, so we can be able to provide a good governance for our people. Is very, very important, because the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914 has ever been the problem of the indigenous people in that geographic zone. So we must understand that there is nothing that will make you to improve life or improve the quality of life or provide the security of life and property when you are doing the wrong thing. There is no amount of wrong things that are being done that can be able to give you a good result. Nigeria must acknowledge this position, that the amalgamation of the North with the South is a wrong move, is a wrong experiment, which has run over 100 years above, and yet the life of people in that very contractions has not improved. We keep on getting the worst in each change of government. In each change of government since independence till now, since 1960 till now, every change of government we make get us into a worse situation. That simply means that something is wrong with the system that we are operating in Nigeria, and we need to acknowledge this. Until we come to ourselves, where we'll be able to tell ourselves truth, and we go back to the root and ratify what is wrong with the foundation of Nigeria. What is wrong is very, very important. And all these things can be done through peaceful means. But because some individual has been the beneficiary of the worst situation of Nigeria, because they have been benefiting from it, and because the position of the worst situation of Nigeria is actually benefiting them or benefiting their tribe, then they have refused, they have given deaf ear to this change that Nigerians are clamoring for. And that is dangerous to the nation, because that could bring the nation into the crisis, the worst crisis that will be witnessed in the world. So, and that's why we are here to talk about those things, that this thing has deteriorated to the worst stage, where international communities, where people of concern should look into it at this very point. And we have stood over the years in agitation for this change to happen, and we have not given up. And in any way that they are not trying to fix things, we are also doing our best to make sure that we should not allow ourselves to be sink by the situation or by the circumstances which they are using their hand to create. Now, coming to the side of the Fulani herdsmen, they allow these Fulani herdsmen to continue moving around all our bushes, moving around all our communities, moving around all our farms, destroying our farms, and causing harms and fear for our farmers not to return back to the farm. And this is also a standing problem. And the reason today, the cause of it, the consequences of it is for us applying the instrument of self-defense against these Fulani herdsmen that the Nigerian government has been led to be going around with their cows, and letting our farmers undefended. So we cannot watch those things to be there and continue to go on. We have the right for self-defense, and that is what we are applying today. And that is the reason for ESN. And the ESN has come to stay, and nothing could make the ESN to end today or tomorrow until they do the needful, until Nigeria can be able to come back to normality, which is not going to happen, until they would make sure that all these terrorists that are in our bush are removed out of our bush. Before that will happen, ESN is here to stay. If they remove all the cattle, all the terrorists in our forest, which ESN has come to combat with, if they remove them as they promised to remove all of them, then we will change the focus of ESN. Because if that job finish, then there is other job they have to do for us as to regard to insecurity. Thank you, Mazi Pat. Are you trying to come in? Your mic is muted, Mazi Pat.
Sorry, thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. We had callers trying to call in, so I tried to connect, but we don't want to disrupt you. Thank you for that analysis. I would like us to take a look at what Yinka Odumakin said. I played that video before. I played it to prepare the mind of our people of what most of the things we are going to talk about. The kidnapping of the young boys in the north, and how politics is being played, the link between the presidency and the Boko Haram. Let's take this call before we proceed, Mazi Solomon. Hello, caller. The caller is gone. We hope that he calls back again. So he was trying to, Yinka Odumakin is an Aferi leader who also believe that Nigeria should, at some point, he was talking about restructuring, but I think that restructuring is no longer on the table, which I don't know, we cannot speak for them, but from the way it is right now, the issue of restructuring is over, which he propagated for a very long time. Let's see if we can take this caller. Hello, caller. Good evening. Welcome to Biafra Television.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Good evening. Can you hear me? Hello, caller. Are you there? Caller, are you there? Mazi, can you hear the caller?
I'm hearing his background, but he wasn't speaking.
Hello, Kala, can you talk to us? Can you concentrate and talk to us, please?
He's not ready, Mazi Party.
This caller is not forthcoming. So let's proceed with the video that I'm about to play, Mazi, and I want you to pay attention, a very close attention. We have another caller. Let's see if this one can go through. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello. Hello, caller. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening. Mazi, can you hear him?
Yes, sir. You can make it louder a bit. We are hearing him, but it's not loud enough.
Okay, caller, go ahead and make your contribution. Welcome and introduce yourself. Go ahead.
All the security chiefs, and when there is a meeting of the security chiefs, is only one down to one region, then that is a worry, for the other regions. And apart from that, we've seen more than enough evidence to suggest that even the kidnapping of the boys could be a stage managed thing, because right from the day that I heard of the news, I was just like, there's this part of me that is strongly doubting the fact that these boys were actually kidnapped. I think it's just for the presidency to just be able to redeem itself to some certain level. And another thing I want to say is that I just want to make this appeal. Whatever that you can do, I know you're doing a great job. Nobody is paying you for doing that. Whatever you can do to liaise with other regions or the southern regions, so that because when this thing comes, it's going to actually, when these people's madness come, it's not just going to be one particular region. So there is a need for liaison. The whole South to liaise and rub minds to know what to do, because what is happening in Nigeria is worse than what is happening in any country that is seen as a very bad or even failed country. A failed state, it doesn't take this much happenings before you see a country being seen as a failed state. That's just a little I can say.
Obviously, Nigeria is a failed state, and there is no redemption. There is no redemption to that.
Exactly. That's why I said it doesn't get things don't get this bad or this worse before you start a country as a failed state. A country that the government cannot negotiate with ASU to make sure that the students are back to school, or they can easily negotiate with terrorists. So there are a lot of things. I can give you 20 reasons why I feel that Nigeria is a failed state, to be very honest with you. But like I said, I don't want to waste your time.
Thank you very much.
There is need to liaise with the other southern regions, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. You're welcome. Thank you very much. And this is our brother who have made his opinion open, and I think that we are having difficulty with this line, so I'm opting for another line, another WhatsApp number. I'm opting for another WhatsApp number, and I'm going to put that WhatsApp number right on the screen, so we can have a clearer audio of the conversation of the callers. So I'm putting a new WhatsApp number on the screen, and the number is +39 349 816 2312. You can call this number. I think it's more reliable because of the network issues. So you can call this number while we go straight into that video. And I hope Mazi Solomon is standing by and pay attention to details.
Don't forget that on several occasions, spokesmen of this government has been more like spokesmen of Boko Haram. Like he said, the statements coming from Shigaba Shiu tells you that clearly this fellow cannot be far from Boko Haram's operation room. That the Nigerian government will hire a terror group like Meiziala as its face of negotiation with another terror group, Boko Haram, shows clearly that what Sani Abacha said before, that when terror rocks a country for so long as it's doing Nigeria, the government must know something about it. Don't forget, it was Garba Shehu who is back that was telling us the reasons why Southern Ghana citizens were killed. He gave the reason for Boko Haram. When fruit farmers were beheaded in Borno, same Garba Shehu told us that, oh, those farmers, they didn't take permission from the army before they went to their farm. As if they took permission before they went to plant. He was able to offer a belated apology, as if we are fools. I cannot see through what the game they're playing with us. The governor of Katsina was asked, who kidnapped and released these boys? Oh, I have to ask a third party. In an orchestrated attempt to cover up the groups responsible for this killing, the Boko Haram. Don't forget that when they released Chibok girls that time, Wall Street Journal alleged that this government paid 3 million euros to Boko Haram in 2 weeks for Lai Mohammed to offer some bogus lies of deception, to say it was not so. But for us, we believe that the Kankara boys have just been used once again to swipe the card.
You know, it is not the first time such abduction happened. Would you not at least credit that the rescue operation is faster now than the previous administration?
If the previous administration did not have the kind of link that this government have with Boko Haram, we cannot expect them to be as fast as they are.
Mazi, you had it all, and if you need me to play it again, we can repeat the audio, because it's a mixture of a summary of a whole lot of conversation, interview.
Yeah. We have to take it from the last caller. There is a comment the last caller made as to back up his argument that Nigeria is worse than a failed state.
Nigeria have gone beyond what it means to be a failed state.
Yeah, that Nigeria has gone beyond what it means to be a failed state.
Yes.
Now, in order to buttress down his argument, he made a comment just before he go. He said that a government that find it difficult to negotiate with teachers and negotiate with tutors and negotiate with lecturers for students to go back to school.
Yes.
That the same government can negotiate fast
with terrorists.
With terrorist group. They can negotiate fast with terrorist group than negotiating with lecturers and teachers for students to go back to school. Now, starting from there, we expect more people to call into this very program.
And, government we want to inform them that the number have changed. So if you want to call,
the number have
+39 349 816 2312. Mazi, go ahead.
So what is stopping Nigerian government and what is making them to take such long time to negotiate with the lecturers, tutors, and teachers for students to go back to school? What is taking them too long to negotiate with the lecturers, with tutors, and the teachers for students to go back to school? What is taking them too long to get that done? And why is it easy for them to make quick negotiation with the bandits? Why is it easy for this government?
You are the one that have permitted callers, so let's see if we can take some calls.
Yeah, because that is it. That is what we are doing here.
Hello, caller. Good evening. Caller, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, caller.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. When I respond, you speak. The last time you called, you weren't speaking. This time you are calling and you're not talking again. Go ahead and introduce yourself and make your contribution. Can you hear me? Hello?
Mazi, I think this caller has a problem. So when somebody has problem, you move on so that we can have time to get into these programs and get things done in time. They can always ratify their problems if they actually have something to say. Now, this is it. Call, and then you can call in and tell us why should this government take long to negotiate with teachers and tutors for students to return back to school? Why is it taking them too long and easy for them to negotiate with bandits at any point in time? Why is it easy for them to negotiate with the bandits, negotiate with the terrorists as to get whatever things they wanted? Why is it easy to them to pay the bandits very quick, and it is difficult for them to pay teachers and tutors as forget the students to return back to school? That is what the last caller bring up now. So we have to deal with those issues. Call us and then tell us your own part of the story as to regard to what I narrated here. Now we moved on again to the video that was played here. Now, do you in any way regard Miyetti Allah as a terrorist group? Because we have seen them after the killing that happened in Benue. We have seen Miyetti Allah coming to claim the responsibility. So if in that stand that Miyetti Allah are claiming responsibility of the people who was killed in Benue and some other part of Nigeria, now at Miyetti Allah also being the one that are also piloting the affairs of Fulani herdsmen, which have numbered as a terrorist group globally. Now, in your own opinion, do you see Miyetti Allah as a terrorist group? Because that is what the video is pointing out here. that Mieti Allah, they are the face of terrorist group, and this terrorist group has been adopted by government of Willie Obiano, and this group that is regarded as a terrorist group who was responsible for the killing of Nigerians all over the places, all over the villages. Now, and this very particular terrorist group has been adopted in Anambra State, and Obiano declared in his video that he has Mieti Allah in his government, and the government of the governor of Ebonyi State also claimed that Mieti Allah is working with them, including the governor of Rivers State. So now, do you, in your own opinion, do you see Mieti Allah as a terrorist? Finally, now, not only that Mieti Allah has been in the government of Anambra State, in government of Ebonyi State, and so many governments in the eastern region. Not only that, but recent happening in Katsina State, the recent incident in Katsina State, the adoption of school kids. Now, Mieti Allah was choosing to be the face of negotiation between the government and the bandit. Who is deceiving who here? Please, can our people call can people call, please, to put mouth, call to aim your opinion on this?
Definitely, Mazi. People are trying to call in, and we are used to the old number, but I've referred them to the new number on the screen, +393 498162312. Mazi Solomon, there is something very, very important we need to note. Something very, very important we need to note. After the analysis of, let's say, the interview of Yinka Odumake, we noticed something that he said, and also something that the last caller said that you are emphasizing on, that why is it so easy to negotiate with terrorists than to negotiate with lecturers and, all the institutions that are supposed to put people back to school? And on the clip where these young children were interviewed, those who kidnapped them told them not to return back to school. So there is this conspiracy to make people not to go to school in Nigeria. Let's see if we can play that. If you can play that video, so people can listen to the interview that was granted the little boy, where he is even discouraging other children from going to school. So indirectly, the government is shutting schools down directly and using terror to terrorize the schools that are functioning. Let's take a look.
Dan Allah, you have to dissolve any gang of vigilantes, close any kind of schools, excluding Islamia.
Shine za a gada ma.
Mazi, did you hear that?
Yeah, I think, Mazi, we are sitting with Biafrans today. The number to call is 00393498162312. That is the number to call on WhatsApp. We need you to put mouth. Regard to what the young boy was saying here, he's pleading.
Mazi, I want us to play that clip again so that maybe people do not get the point.
Yeah, but the point is what I wanted to explain here, because it is two. The one is trying to speak English, and the one that was speaking Hausa. I think being an Hausa, being somebody who understands Hausa language very well, so I can also explain that aspect to the people.
Okay,
so thank you, Mazi Party. If you wish to play the video again, you can go on.
Dan Allah, you have to dissolve any gang of vigilantes, close any kind of schools, excluding Islamia.
Shine za a gada ma gwamnan Katsina ya gansu suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya ga sunan ga sunan da ganin su kasan suna cikin ƙoshin lafiya.
All the armies that have come here to help us, please send them back. They can do nothing to them. Please, wa'annan sojojin da suka shigo su kuma babu abin da su iya musu wallahi. Jirgin nan ma a daina turuwa. Please, sir, you have to send all the soldiers and armies and this jet back. Please, sir. Please, sir, we need your assistance, sir. Please.
Yeah, Mazi Solomon. So,
thank you.
Listen, the terrorist group is telling us not to organize any vigilante. It means even the terrorists do not want Eastern Security Network. The government doesn't want the Eastern Security Network. The government do not want schools to open because they are not even doing anything to negotiate for students to return back to school. And the terrorist doesn't even want the schools to open.
That is exactly from the background of these kids. Remember the video you are showing, these kids are not out yet from Boko Haram.
No, they have been released now. But
they have been released now, but
yes,
the video, they are still with Boko Haram.
Yeah,
they are still with the terror.
I don't know if it's Boko Haram or not, but
well, the Boko Haram has already come to claim responsibility.
Okay, yes.
Shekua or what is whatsoever is the name of their leader has already come to claim responsibility that they should be aware that the kids are under their control. So whether they are, because here, whether they are called Fulani herdsmen, or they are called bandits, or they are called ICC, we must know that all these people, they are one. They are one people, one terrorist group. So the ISIS is Boko Haram. Boko Haram is the bandit. Bandit is also Fulani herdsmen. But there is something very important that we need to understand from what the kids are talking about when they are in that, in the hands of the bandits or the kidnappers. Now, they said, one, that Nigeria, they should stop flying their jet around. That Nigeria should drop their gun and stop sending soldiers. That is the message the kids are sending. Because that is what they are being threatened by. To say, if Nigeria keeps sending their fighting jets, if they keep sending their soldiers with guns, then all of you might be dead people. So they are begging Nigeria to stop sending their soldiers, that they should disqualify all the vigilantes group. That
are we having issues, Solomon? I think you are having network. I believe Mazi Solomon is having a call. I strongly believe somebody is trying to call him. Okay, Mazi, are you back?
No. I am here, except at your end. I believe the people are hearing me. Maybe it's at your end that network problem is happening. But if it's at my end, I think I'm still online. No one is trying to call me. Now the kids are crying and said, disband vigilantes. Let the soldiers drop their gun. These are the demands. They are actually representing the demand of the bandits. Now, why are they making such demand? Why is the bandit making demand that soldiers should go back to the barrack, that they should drop their gun, and then the vigilantes should be disbanded? Why are they making that demand? Your opinion is very needed in this discussion. We have made so many points. Because when we tell you that their intention is to conquer everybody, they are holding gun. The bandit is holding gun. Boko Haram is holding gun, but they are asking all the people that are also holding gun to drop their gun. So what they wanted is that they want you to surrender your community. They want you to surrender your state. They want you to surrender your land. Because the same pressure, they have gone to all the villages, killing them with gun, killing them with machete. The same fear they are trying to create in the mind of those people, trying to shut them out of their village so that they can be in control of all villages and all communities. The same threat we see them telling the small kids they kidnap that they should tell all Nigerians holding gun to drop their gun. That Nigeria should stop sending their warcraft aircraft. That Nigeria should stop sending their soldiers. That Nigeria should stop allowing the vigilantes to do their job.
Yeah, Mazi, we have a caller because you are the one inviting callers at this time, and we have to let them in. So if we stop you from speaking, don't get offended. Let the callers.
No, Mazi, we are in this thing alone because we are still going to come to the point of people who are saying that they are giving international press as to regard to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was calling Nigeria, calling people, but they calling name. Let's go on, Mazi.
Yes. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Hello, caller.
Good evening. Mazi Solomon.
Good evening.
I am Mechuku Kakobioma. Bless.
Mazi, we keep having people calling directly. I've told you if you want to call in through the WhatsApp number, please. This
Mazi, I think you have to let the other number to be direct calls and the one to be WhatsApp call. I think by so doing,
it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah, please, can you do it? Because we want people to flow. You cannot be coming here watching us like if we are acting Nigeria movie, you know, or our brain is more articulative than yours. You need to do contribution because this is the fight of every one of us. This is the fight of all of us.
Yeah, so
please go ahead. To call direct is there, please.
Yes, go ahead, Mazi Solomon. Go ahead. Caller, hold on, please.
The number to call direct is there. Take note of the number is 0039-388-177-9665.
That is the direct call.
The direct call. Please don't disturb people calling on the WhatsApp.
Okay, so my brother, go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, before I proceed, the WhatsApp number is not much visual. It's a little bit dim. It's not everybody can get exactly the number because it's not that too.
Mazi, did you get his complaint? Oh, it seems like Mazi Pat is having network problem at his end. Mazi Pat, okay. So we wait for Mazi Pat to reconnect, and before then, I also try again to explain to you what the kids are saying in the video, that the bandit who are holding gun is asking Nigeria to surrender their gun. What does that message mean to you? If you are hearing me, what does that message mean to you? Because we will be here telling you that what these people plan is conquest. That what these people plan is to conquer everybody. And some of you goes on to make argument about it. I hear Hausa very well. I interpret Hausa very well. What the kids are saying in Hausa is, please come, we need your help. Drop your gun. Drop your gun. Stop sending a fighting jet. Stop sending soldiers. Let them drop their gun. Disband vigilant group. And these are the people operating gun that is asking you surrender. They want to overrun you. They want to overrun your village. So when we talk about ESN, you know why. So you know why now? You know why. They don't want resistance. They don't want resistance to their conquest. And they are showing you clearly that your resistance to their conquest is the reason why the children were kidnapped. Because they are holding gun. They are not saying that they are dropping their gun. They are holding gun, even more sophisticated weapons of mass destruction. And they want you to drop your gun, and they want you to disband your vigilantes, so that the conquest they come for becomes an easy mission. Become an easy mission. And we are here telling you every day that this is jihad, that this is the conquest of the indigenous people that was magnated in 1914, that this is the conquest of indigenous people, that this is the conquest of Oduduwa, that this is the conquest of the eastern region, Biafra, that this is the conquest of Igbo land, that this is the conquest of Middle Belt. And when we tell you, you doubt us. Now, remember when the government comes first, they are the one who make this request first, that people should surrender their gun. Did you remember when the federal government make this request? Very important that we have to be friendly with invent. I hear Hausa very well. I hear Hausa very well. There was one program that Simon Ekpa was also holding, and an Hausa man was speaking there. So some people come to interpret the Hausa, but they don't understand the political statement that the man who was saying what he's saying there is making. The man says specifically that what they are doing as a bandit, that they are not into it alone, that government is with them. He said in Hausa language, Muna Guya Bayan government, that they are riding on the back of the government. They have the support of government. That was the language, the political language the man spoke in that Hausa language. And that is just the most important message that needed to be interpreted well from that translation. That is very, very important. And we are seeing, I will come here and I will tell you how you notified the serpent in the serpent that was speaking. The serpent that was speaking in the Garden of Eden, that bring man into the suffering that we are in today. That how you notice that very serpent after he has changed. After he has changed. In Revelation, we see that the same serpent that spoke in the Garden of Eden become dragon in the book of Revelation. But so many people did not recognize it, that it was the serpent speaking in the Garden of Eden, that is now the same serpent has become dragon in the book of Revelation. Yeah, people did not recognize it because they didn't pay attention to the language. When you pay attention to the language the serpent spoke in the book of Genesis, then when you pay attention to the language of the dragon in the book of Revelation, you will know that is the same serpent. The federal government before now has called for all the indigenous people to surrender their arm, their firing arm, to surrender their gun. You heard when Brutai called for that. You heard when federal government called for that. Now, they want to be the one controlling gun. They want to be the only one that is holding gun. Now, whose mission it is? I will take you back during the colonial leaders. Now, what did they come with? They come with barrel of gun. They force every indigenous people to surrender their land under their control, surrender their territory under their control. With what? Gun. With gun. They are the only one. You don't have right to operate gun except them, because they come with the mindset of conquest. They come with the mindset of conquest. When you read about the history of Japan, the same way they come to the Japan with gun, and that is why they are not able to colonize Japan, because they come with gun and they show the Japan people the gun. The Japan people, being very smart, they look at the gun and they reschedule appointment with them. And the Japanese, they went and they manufactured the same gun that they come with. The next time when they are having meeting, now the Japanese, they come with the gun which they make by themselves. You are holding gun, we are holding gun. Now, a proper negotiation can be done. And as they see that the Japanese are holding gun, that they cannot be able to succeed their conquest, that's why they left. Now we are seeing the same thing playing out here. Playing out here. Federal government tell you, drop your gun. So they want to be in control of guns so that the conquest of the Fulani can be very, very successful. Now the bandits also, they kidnap the school kids. They took them into the forest and they are using them to ask everyone to drop gun. What is your take on this? The direct line is here and the WhatsApp line is here. Please get back to us. We need to hear your own opinion. We are in this together. We will take them one after the other because it's very, very important that we begin to see the reality of this, the reality of the game of the Fulanis and the cabals in Nigeria. Mazipat, are you back? Is the line connected? Are you sure the line is going through? Because a lot of people will be here to call and aim their opinion. We are in a Christmas. It's going to be a Christmas.
Go ahead and make your contribution.
Today. We are celebrating Christmas with you with this program. We want you to call in.
Mazi, we have a caller. Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
When this will come to power, how did it stabilize the propaganda that they will deal with Boko Haram? They will put an end on Boko Haram. So what is playing today? If maybe it happened that the bandits kidnap school children and still release them. What is the problem? Remember, the same thing, they are still playing the same game. They are collecting their own costs. So the same thing is still playing. So they know much what they're doing. Not like bandit. The government is the bandit by themselves. And again, telling the Eastern Security to drop gun. And they have made Allah. Have they dropped their gun? Have Boko Haram dropped their gun? So nobody should listen to them. Anyway, I know Madika is faster than them. He's intelligent than them. So
Mazi, can you hear him clearly?
Yes, Mazi, he's sounding very clear. Very, very clear.
Killing people in Emene and war with enemy is no longer there. Because of, and the lady is the Eastern governor, they should wake up. They should not play with themselves. I think what they are doing, I think they are playing a dirty game. They are playing it's not dirty game. Let them support Eastern security. If they don't like the Eastern security that come to stay. It can't go away. It can't go away. Because that thing is a spirit game. Anybody you see volunteer is for spirit. It's elements of his heart. It's not just something that you have. Maybe nobody forced you. So let the Eastern government they know what they are doing.
Thank you very much, Kola. Kola, thank you very much.
I think they already welcome.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much.
Mazi, can I take his point?
Yeah, he's in support. He said that he said that when this government was coming, that they promised they were going to end Boko Haram, not knowing that they are the Boko Haram themselves.
Okay, yes, Mazi, can I aim one of the vital points that he made here? That is very, very important. You need to call the line that are being here. Mazi, can you pin the line so that people can take note of the line? The caller here stated, why should they ask people to drop their gun? Why should the federal government ask people to drop their gun? And the Boko Haram and bandits are asking Nigeria also to drop their gun. Have they taken the gun from Fulani herdsmen? Call. Make your call. Have they taken the gun from Fulani herdsmen that are walking around with AK-47 being represented by Mieti Allah? Have they taken the gun from the Fulani herdsmen? Because you need to know who is deceiving who here. Please, you need to join this conversation. We want more people to join this conversation. You must say your opinion here. The question is, they are using the people, the children they kidnapped, to ask Nigeria to drop their gun, to ask them to disband securities outfits. They ask them to stop sending their fighting jets. So they want Nigeria to surrender their guns. They want Nigeria indigenes who are vigilantes to surrender their gun. Have they taken the gun from the Fulani herdsmen? Have they dropped their gun as Boko Haram? Have they dropped their gun as bandits? Have they dropped their gun as ICE? Have they dropped their gun as a terrorist groups? They are. These are vital questions that they need to answer. You have the chance to make your contribution to this very program at this moment. Call the line, call the line, call the line, call the number on your screen. Call the number on your screen and make your contribution. We say that Mieti Allah, this is direct number. Mazi, where is the WhatsApp number? We say that Mieti Allah are terrorists. What is your opinion on that? What is your take on that? We saw them coming openly to apologize to the people of Benue, taking responsibility of the killing and the massacre that took place in Benue, because they wanted to deploy this deception mechanism. They have come openly and they apologize to the people of Benue, taking responsibilities for the massacres that took place, for the killing of Nigeria.
Mazi, we have a caller. We have a caller on WhatsApp. Hello, caller. Go ahead and make your contribution, please. Go ahead. We are listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. You can hear me?
Go ahead. We can hear you. Go ahead. Mazi, go ahead. It is the caller who doesn't have, I don't know where he is. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Yes. So we are still on it. We are still on it. Now, the latest is that the federal government has already, or the government of the Katsina State has chosen Miyetti Allah to be the new face for negotiating with bandits. Tell me who is your friend, and I will tell you who you are. Now they have chosen Miyetti Allah, who have taken the responsibilities of the killing, the insect killing of the Fulanis, killing Nigeria all over. And these Fulanis are the one controlling the affairs of the Fulani herdsmen, because they are the Fulani herdsmen, Fulani Cow Association. So, or Fulani Herders Association. So they are the one, they are the body that are controlling the Fulanis that move their cattle around. And they have been the one responsible of killing Nigerians, killing the people of Benue, killing the people of Enugu State, killing the people in Ebonyi State, killing the people in Anambra State. All the videos are out there in the net.
Mazi, we have
anyone calling?
We have a caller. We have a hello caller. Welcome to the program.
Okay, yeah, this is calling from London.
Oh yeah, but you're welcome to the program. Mazi, can you hear him clearly?
He's sounding very clear.
Okay, yeah, but you go ahead.
I just want to give my opinion regarding the topic of discussion tonight. So, it is very clear to everybody in Nigeria that Nigeria is a failed state. So, insecurity, poor economy, and the rest. So, the formation of the Eastern Security Network is a very good one for our people, for everybody, to ensure security of lives and properties. But then, I want to look at the pros and cons, the advantages and the disadvantages of the security outfit, particularly the consequences of forming it and what our people should know about the formation of this security outfit. Now, I agree with you before.
Mazi Patrick, what is going on with your network? What is going on? Can
Mazi,
you
I'm here.
explain to us?
Mazi, I'm here with you. Okay, yes, caller, go ahead. Now I can get the point. Go ahead.
You need to get the point very fast, please.
Has demonstrated oftentimes that they are a terrorist organization. They sponsor the bandits, they sponsor the herdsmen killing. Their apology to Benue State government and also the Katsina State governor saying that Miyetti Allah negotiated the release of the student kidnapped are all indicators that Miyetti Allah is a terrorist organization. But then, you cannot compare Miyetti Allah organization with IPOB or rather Eastern Security Network because they have the backing of the government. So what I want to say is this. Irrespective of the eulogy that has seen in the formation of this Eastern Security Network, there is need for us to analyze what is so come due to the formation of this network. Because from my knowledge of the Fulani Herdsmen organization, Nigeria is not the first place they want to take the land belonging to indigenous people. They tried it in Central African Republic. It did not work. The indigenous people fought that. So they shifted their base Nigeria. So, and this time around,
the same attempt was also made in Mali.
So in Nigeria now, they determine that it must not fail. And that is why we are seeing different security challenges in the country. Now, what I want to let every Biafran know is this. Irrespective of the fact that we now have DSS, believe me, the Nigerian military, the Yetiala, the Fulani herdsmen, they are not going to back down from the assignment of conquest and grabbing of land belonging to indigenous people.
Because Nigeria seems to be our last hope for now.
Nigeria is their last hope. It's not this. Nigeria is their last hope. Once they fail in Nigeria, they will become wanderer forever in Africa. So what I'm saying is this. There is need for us to know what is coming ahead and inform our people. For instance, let me give you an example. My mother in the village, I am from Enugu State. My mother did not go to school. So I do send money to them every month. But you know, I am preparing to send money for this Christmas. But you know that you can't send the money now. I don't know whether I know you, but from UK now, you can't send the money back to me naira. So you send it in dollar. And for you to send it in dollar, that means my mother has to open dollar accounts in Nigeria.
Mazi, can I ask him a question? Can I ask?
In dollar, not naira.
Hello, caller. Mazi Solomon want to ask you a question.
Okay. I'm listening.
Mazi Solomon, are you there? Just hold on. I think the line is having issues. Mazi Solomon, are you there? Just hold on because I think Mazi Solomon is having some issues. I want to see Mazi Solomon is having some issues, I believe. So I want to see if he can come back to bring that question forward. But he's out, and I hope he comes back very soon. I don't know the question he wants to ask you. If he would want you to give him some response, live and direct, or maybe when he comes back, he might want to ask that question. I don't know how we are going to do that, but I hope that he comes back very soon so he can ask the question. But the bottom line here is that the evidence are bound. Yeah, and very soon, very soon I'll be playing a press conference that was held by some Efulefu somewhere. I don't know if it's in Lagos or in Abuja, trying to show themselves, demanding for the extradition of these are Igbo people. These are supposedly Biafrans who are demanding that the leader of IPOB should be extradited. And unfortunately, one of the people holding the press conference is precisely from Enugu State, where we had the Nimbo massacre. He never held any press conference. When we had a lot of killings in the Eastern region, he never held any press conference. But now that the Eastern Security Network have been set up, you see our people jumping like frogs, left, right, and center, trying to gain recognition. Because the problem with the Igbo, most of our Igbo people is that they find so much strength in fighting against their own. But when Mieti Allah kill our people, none of them come to the press to give press conference. They all hide in their shells. But simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took the courage, they took everybody by surprise. They never expected to, lead the Eastern Security Network. All of them are like, they are feeling threatened. They were not threatened by Mieti Allah, they were not threatened by Fulani herdsmen, but they are threatened by Eastern Security Network because they know that they are not doing. They are feeling threatened because they know that they are saboteurs in the land, and that the anger of the people is coming on them gradually. I think we have Mazi Solomon back. Mazi Solomon, you're welcome back. We still have that caller. I told him to wait for your question.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that transmission. I don't know, the network just all of a sudden went out. So I want to ask the caller, do you think if we as the Boko Haram are calling, the terrorists or bandits are calling that Nigeria should drop their arms, that Nigeria should stop sending their war jets, and they should stop sending their soldiers, and they should disband vigilante. Do you think that the Fulani herdsmen and the bandits and the terrorists, do you think they will surrender their gun to Nigeria, that they will surrender themselves to Nigeria if security outfits are being banned and if Nigerian army has put down their gun? Do you think they can surrender? Mazibat, please, can you connect back to the callers to respond to our question? Mazibat, yes. I can't see you in this program.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My take on this is this. You see, the Nigerian government has a history, and it is a history of lies and deception. So, anything coming from Nigerian government should not be taken serious by anybody. So
we are not talking about Nigerian government now. We are talking about the bandits that are using the kit to ask Nigerians to surrender their gun and disband the vigilante group. Do you think that when the Nigerians drop their gun, which they are using to fight against insurgency, and they banned vigilantes, do you think that the insurgency, terrorism, and kidnapping will come to an end if Nigeria do so?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to explain. You see the kidnappers, the bandits, the Boko Haram, the Fulani herdsmen, the Etiala, the presidency, the Nigerian army, they are the same thing. Let nobody deceive you. They are the same people. So if you watch the history in the north, particularly the Katsina governor, the Rufai governor of Kaduna State, the governor of Borno State, Zulum, they have all made us to understand that the Fulanis from Gambia, Senegal are more important to them than Nigerian people. So these people committing these atrocities are part of Nigerian government. Even our own governor, Obiano in Anambra State, very clear to us that the Etiala is part of his government. So now, when they are telling you, the president stated the other through Gambashir, that Fulani herdsmen will now leave the state, that they will not be wandering with their crowds, all those things are deception. They are just trying to let you know that they are doing something, that they want to stop the killing. They are not. I'm telling you, I'm telling all Biafra listening now that all those things are deception.
Thank you, Mazipat. That caller seems to we seems to lost him. So
yes, he's still online, but he's trying to explain that there is a connection between the government and the terrorists. And we have also seen these terrorists even being adopted by the Eastern governors, like Willie Obiano. In fact, the ones we've seen openly, because I can tell you that these terrorists are also in different government houses, secretly lobbying without our knowledge. Because the ones that have been able to come out to declare that they are working with Miyetti Allah are just few governors, but as I can guarantee that almost all the eastern states have this Miyetti Allah working in the government, but secretly they haven't come forward to make that declaration. Caller, thank you very much for your call. We have another. The caller is gone. Mazi Solomon. We've seen what is going on. It is very, very open that the threat that is being expressed, on the Eastern Security Network, is because it is the only thing that can protect the Eastern region. It is the only thing that can. This Eastern Security Network is the only thing that can prevent the Fulanis from achieving their aim. You understand what I'm saying? So the essence of the threat is not because
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the program.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome to the program. Can you please
Hello?
introduce? I can hear you. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm calling from Canada.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, you're welcome. Please, I really appreciate your program. I've been following up your program for a couple months. I really appreciate everything you have been doing. I just want to chip in concerning the topic of today. With what is happening in Nigeria at this time and with the Eastern Security Network, I must say this is the greatest achievement which the Eastern Nigeria have achieved in the east of Nigeria. And I believe with the efforts of we coming together and believing in these guys, I believe we will achieve a great thing from it. If the military are putting down their guns because of what is happening, or if they're changing their plans, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I really don't want to say much about what is happening, but we are waiting for them. Whatever the strategies they are coming up with, we are waiting for them. And we are really out for what is to come to Nigeria. I'm from Edo State. I am from Edo State. My father, my parents, my grandparents are from Edo State. And with what is happening right today, we are standing up and we have stood up for the man called Nnamdi Kanu, and we are grateful for what they have done this time. And whatever is going to take to keep the security network moving, we're equal to the task. So thank you so much for your program. Thank you.
Hold on, caller. I have a question for you. Mazipat, are you there?
I'm there.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay. Now
Yes,
we watch there is some individuals that did video in the time just of recent, and they are saying that Edo people should wash their back against the launching of the Eastern Region Security Network. So such comment, what do you need to say to such comment of somebody who is coming to discredit the launching of the security outfit that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did? What do you need to say to such individual that did a video and says that people should wash their back, that the launching of that outfit
that Edo people specifically, he said the Edo people should watch their back.
What I have to say is that
I don't really think that such person is normal. I don't really think, my brother. If it helps me selling my house here to make sure that the Nigerian government goes there, I'm going to do that. What Nnamdi Kanu have done is the only thing we have achieved in the history of Nigeria. I must say the truth. I've been in this country for past 21 years. I know what I'm saying. The only thing we have achieved in the history of Nigeria is this security network. So anybody that is against it must be mad. The person must be mad.
So, Hassan,
sorry to tell you this.
Hello? You are supporting the establishment or the launching of the Eastern Region Security Network.
I am born of a dog. I'm a born blood of a dog. I'm 100% support of it. I make my monthly contribution for IPOB. I'm 100% support of it. Even my generation to come, my generation 1,000 years to come will be in support of it.
Thank you very much.
And I must tell you this: not everything we can talk on not everything we can discuss on social media. But just time around, Nigerian government, they are not trying anything stupid. Because the game is up. The game is up. And the only thing to stop all this nonsense is to use one of these governors as a scapegoat. If one of them will go down, I tell you, the whole Southeast will be calm. If one of these governors or the senators will use as a scapegoat, everywhere will be calm, because they are messing up, because none of them have gone down for this. People lost their life. People have lost their life because of the insecurity of the country. How can somebody stand up and say what Nnamdi Kanu did is not right? The person must be mad. If one of those governors will go down, I tell you the truth, Nigeria will sit up. The leaders will sit up and do the needful to the citizens.
Thank you very much, my brother.
It's too much of this, man. It's too much.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. So we've seen this our brother from Canada, very, very angry, and he wants a maximum action against the politicians who have endangered the life of our people in the Eastern region. This caller continues to disturb this call. Hello, caller. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you please speak? Can you please speak calmly? Can you hear me? Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Good evening. Yes, when you pick.
Yes, I can hear you, my brother.
Yeah, when you speak, when you pick your call, you go ahead and speak. Yeah, can you please introduce yourself and tell us?
Okay, I can hear you, my brother. Yeah. I can hear you, my brother. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to the
program. Good evening. I am calling from Brazil.
Okay.
My name is Chukwudozie.
You're welcome to the program.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Chukwudozie. I'm calling from Brazil.
Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Yes, my brother. What is happening in our land is something that everybody are so marveled to. Everybody is very, very marveled to what is happening. To what is happening now, right now. We are very, very happy to what is happening now. What is going on about the security outfit in our land? Because if you watch what is going on now, in our land, my brother, the killing and the massacre of our people, every Biafran son is very, very angry to what is going on. So all these afraid people should know that we are not happy. What is going on right now in our land is something that we need now, that Nnamdi Kanu has done. And there is nothing like going back. No go back.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. the caller from Brazil. Thank you very
Yes,
so much.
caller from Brazil.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you very much, caller
Mazi,
from
if
Brazil.
we can go back from the last caller, do you have another caller up there?
Yeah, calls are coming in, but I have to take as they come in. But you can go ahead and make your analysis based on the caller from Canada who is suggesting that we should start nipping the politicians on the board because they are the cause of the insecurity and they are the same politicians. They haven't created security for the people. The people have stood up to create security for themselves, and the same politicians who it falls on their responsibility to create the security, who haven't created it, are the same politicians fighting against the security that the people have created for themselves. Mazi Solomon, isn't this amazing?
Yes, we have already stated it here. And what we wanted people to be able to find out from the program we are running here is this. People who create the problem cannot provide solution to the problem. They cannot. When you are mentioning about the politicians here, you must know that we have run a program here, and I am telling you in the program that the politicians are benefiting from the insecurity in Nigeria. And that is why Obiano has to be working with Mieti Allah, because that is they are generating revenue to him through their activities of insecurity. That is why the governor of Imo State are working with Mieti Allah, who has claimed the responsibility of killing Nigeria all over, because they are the one creating the problem. The governors, the present government are the one creating the problem of insecurity in Nigeria, and that is why we want. That is what we want Nigerians to see here: that people who create the problem cannot provide solution, because it is their business. Now, and we have already analyzed to you here that every government, every state is receiving making a budget for insecurity, for security, sorry. They are making budget for securities. So, and because of the high rising of insecurities in the states, then it gives them the privilege to make more budget for security. And those money they carve out for security, which pocket do you think is going? Who regulates how those monies are being spent? That's why it's a business to them. It is a means for the governors to embezzle money. That is why when you discuss the issue of insecurities, it does not really concern them. They don't take you serious. And both the government of El-Rufai and the government of the governor of Katsina, all the northern governors, you see how close they are to the terrorists and to the bandits. You see how close they are to Mieti Allah, who has claimed the responsibility of killing Nigeria all over. Because the insecurity is actually making money for them. It's a money-making venture. We need to understand it. So when you talk about the governors, you must know that they are the part of the problem. So if you are thinking anything about your governor, thinking anything about the governor of the state, that is that is in a good direction. Whether you are thinking of removing them with your vote, or thinking to resist the temptation of you collecting money to vote them in, or collecting money to sell your conscience to them, you should be aware that the problem you are in today, they created it. And it's a money-making venture for them. So you can be wise on how to use your franchise. So you can be wise on how to use your vote. So you can be wise in why dealing with these governors, why articulating on how to deal with these governors. You must know that their governments are part of the problems. And that is what we are bringing Biafras here. And I really appreciate that caller from Canada, Edo man. Now, all the Edo people under this platform watching at this very moment must know that we are together on this. Anybody who is coming to divide us so that we can be sheep to people who want to conquer us should at this point know that divide and rule mechanism cannot work again in the entire Eastern region, because ESN has come to stay. We are together. We are one people. We are refusing to be divided at this very moment. The Edo man has spoken and tell you that the ESN has the full support of people of Edo. So before you come here in the media to be saying otherwise, I want it to sink into your skull that all people of Edo, they are in support of ESN. And they are saying that ESN has come to stay. That is one thing we need to understand. Now, to move on from here, we say they are asking Nigerians to drop their gun. Have they collected the gun from Mieti Allah? Have they collected the gun from Fulani herdsmen? Have they collected the gun from Boko Haram? Have the bandits put down their gun? Why are they asking Nigerians to disband the vigilantes and the security outfit, and for them to drop their gun while they are still holding their gun? Is this not the conquest we are telling you about? Do you have doubt with what we are saying? Call the number, put your argument straight, so that we will be here together to trash it out. In case if you need more evidence, we will come up with more evidence.
See, Mazi, can we take the press conference of some of these, of the press conference of, what is the name of this for the international on dissident in Nigeria? They said they are the international press conference on dissident in Nigeria. Can we take that briefly?
Mazi, you have the right to do what is right.
Okay, let's take that. Let's take that audio. I'm trying to see if I can. Just a moment.
Somebody is suggesting here. He said a suggestion. I think some people cannot call, but would love to share contributions and the questions via comment. I wish it would have been accepted.
Yeah, Mazi Solomon, were you reading out comments?
Mazi, I think you are the host. It is in your positions to do that.
Okay, so yeah, that is what I'm asking. So we can take some comments. We can take some comment briefly. Anybody, Isaac Peter, anybody fighting Eastern Security Network is a witchcraft. We have a Ziligwe. In fact, there is a kind of disagreement on the forum. Some people, we have majority who agree that the Eastern Security Network must continue.
Mazi, can you read out what is the argument of people who were disagreeing? Because that will motivate people to call in and share their own view. Because I'm telling, we are going to land on this. Mazi, just give me a moment, since there was nobody calling. We are going to end this program by saying there is some people you wanted to play their conference now, who was giving conference on how they believe that deploying investment to the eastern regions, or deploying people to bring down their investment, and they're working with some international body to bring down their investment, as though that they are the eyes openers to people about investment in Nigeria. So many people who has invested in Nigeria in time past has run out after they have invested. They were not able to manage their investment in Nigeria. They have to run to Ghana. They have to run to neighboring countries around, just because their investment were not able, the environment we are not friendly for their business. They run away. And these people are narrating that by the reason that if they will succeed in throwing up companies and in working with some interested investors, that they can provide job for the youth. That is the lack of the job, that the lack of job among the youth in the eastern region is why they yell to the call of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to form ESN. That is because those guys has no job. That is why they come out for the call to form security outfit, the Eastern Security. Now they say by creating job, that those people who yield to that call, who they sense or assume to be jobless, should by that so doing they will leave the ESN recruitment and grabbing job that these people are
Mazi, not just leaving ESN, but also their press conference is based on the fact that they said that Nnamdi Kanu is a threat to the existence of Nigeria, that Nnamdi Kanu called Nigeria a zoo, that Nnamdi Kanu have become a disgrace to the Igbos. And it is very, very important that we play this audio so that our people can hear for themselves what these people have to say. Is it coming clear?
No, the volume is very low.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, much from our in-house deliberations on the disturbing issues surrounding the IPOB and its antics by their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
They said IPOB and its armies. So it's very, very important we take note, IPOB and its armies.
These issues have continued to paint the Southeast and India in very negative light. We have been told that concerned citizens that if nothing is done to checkmate and nip in bud his continued utterances, especially as they affect Nigeria, the country's image would not only be rubbish, but to be considered as an ungovernable sovereign nation. We have therefore decided to tell the world the true position of Ndi vis-a-vis his daily negative outbursts against Nigeria and highlight some of the lies and attacks against Igbo leaders of other nationalities and our dear nation. We also wish to highlight some of the dire consequences that Nnamdi Kanu's unbridled antics have caused Igbo, particularly our youth. Nnamdi Kanu's constant reference to Nigeria as a zoo depicts an animal kingdom presided over by humans with debased brains. If allowed to stand, means that we are animals in a zoo. This is highly despicable and indeed intolerable. A country that boasts of some of the best brains in the world cannot be derided and ridiculed in this manner. We are humans, we are not animals. We make bold again to say that his Radio Biafra stands as the most unconventional and controversial media in the world. The cultural pride of Africa's most populous black nation is being daily run down and castigated. The radio station is supposed to be a channel of sincere information, peace building, and not hate and divisive games. We are out to address all the lies
So, guys, I was playing the audio, and I think you're welcome back to the program. So we have some I will call them some disgruntled elements who are coming out to show themselves, who have actually sat back to and see the mayhem that have been caused by Boko Haram, mayhem that have been caused by Mieti Allah. People are being killed by these bandits, and they are even taking responsibility for it. But this bunch of charlatans have not come forward to put up any press release or press statement to condemn the act of Boko Haram. But they are here to challenge the Eastern Security Network, to call for the extradition of the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as if the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was possible, that Nigeria wouldn't have done that long ago. If the extradition of the leader of IPOB was possible, Nigeria would have done that long time ago. But they know that the extradition of what are they extraditing him for? If they have any case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they would have worked on the legal procedures to bring him back to the zoo called Nigeria. So they talked about creating of jobs, that they are working with some international organization to create jobs for the youth, the IPOB members who have been misguided, according to this bunch of they said they are Igbo youths or whatever they call themselves, that they are creating job for, they are trying to create job, that in fact they admitted that a lot of youths are moving around without a job, and that they are working to creating a job, for the youth who are jobless. And it is because of out of joblessness that you see people, IPOB joining, young people joining IPOB, and that IPOB are the most uneducated in the society, that IPOB are the most stupidest set of people in the society. And Mazi Solomon, the word is yours. Can you please go ahead and analyze?
Thank you, Mazi Pat, because I'm waiting so that you don't bite your tongue where you are trying to describe this man. Actually, you know that he's actually the mad person that always refers to other people that they are mad.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he comes here to do a press release referring to a problem that IPOB did not create. So how is it the problem of IPOB for the high rate of joblessness in the country he calls their country? How? Did IPOB create joblessness? Did IPOB stop people from investing in the land? Has IPOB stopped anyone from collaborating with foreign investors? Why in the whole thing you read out here, they all mention the problems that IPOB did not create. And for them to recognizing that the reason why Nnamdi Kanu has followers and people who are subject to his leadership, since they recognize that the problem is the joblessness that they created, the poverty they created, their country created for their people, for lack of opportunity that their country created for their people. What then stopped them from fixing the problem? Because there is a broadcast of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which people must refer back to. He was saying as of the day when the Eastern governors called him for meeting and negotiation as to regard to agitation of Biafra and the things that agitators are complaining about. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu specifically said in that meeting, asked them, did I mention the Biafra? He says in that meeting, I did not mention Biafra. I mentioned what Mazi mentions in that meeting is all about infrastructure. It's all about employment of the youth. It's all about building the second Niger bridge. It's all about building the road, which has the road that have turned into forest. That is all that he mentioned. Do you see how these people are always looking for trouble? Do you see how these people, they are brainless? And they are the first people to come to say, we following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are non-entities. Even including me. A man that is not even qualified to be under the class of the class which people who are under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are teaching. He's coming to tell you, because they don't even know themselves. They don't know their left from their right. Mazi told them in that meeting, look what you need to do. If you are really here to serve the people, why are you not doing the road? Why there is no Ogoni cleanup? Ogoni cleanup, you begin to promise from edges. Why you haven't built Ogoni? Why you haven't cleaned Ogoni? Why people in Ijaw land are still schooling under leaking roof? The states and the environment where you are digging the oil that you are using to live in a very beautiful house, the money you are embezzling, the owners of the land, the indigenous people of the land, there is no drinking water for them. Is it IPOP that created it? No drinking water. There is no school. There is no hospital. Where you are drinking oil, where you are taking the oil, makes you look like a big man, like pot belly that you kept there that you are doing press. Because I just want to be moderate. Now, why is it the IPOP that refuses to build the school that your government is supposed to build? Is it the IPOP that also make them not to build a running water? And these people are drinking the water where they are doing their toilets. Is it the IPOP that stop your government from building hospital to those communities in Ijaw land? Is it IPOP that makes you not to clean Ogoni land that you have been promising to clean all this while? And you people are busy embezzling those money. Is it IPOP that created joblessness? Now, if these men claim that they have sense, as they have noticed that it is the high rate of joblessness that they created by their government that causes followers for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now that they wanted to stop people from following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and from taking order from him, why can't they started before their press release? Why can't they started fixing those things, creating jobs, so that at the end of the day, they don't need to do press release? Rather, as by the means of creating job, people will stop taking orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see how they run their stomach? They run their mouth for nothing. They don't have idea. They don't have initiative. And they will be the first people to tell you that the people who has initiative, they are uneducated. While under their watch, they are not able to articulate and they do something that will give orientation, that will give people orientation, since they felt like joblessness is the problem. Why can't they create it? Why can't they start creating jobs? And they forget about press release. Because if they create love, if they create job, what they want will happen natural. Because they said in their press release that is the high rate of joblessness that is making people taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what you just need to do to stop people from taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, create job. Bring the foreign investors. Open up. Make sure that your government provide them with electricity. Make sure that your government provide them with security, because there is high insecurity over there. Make sure that your government provide them electricity, because they have no electricity to run their business. Make sure that your government provide them road, because there is no road for their logistics. People with sharp brain, people with useless thinking, they will just come, they think that if you just come and speak English, you have defeated.
Mazi, do you know the most unfortunate thing in the whole scenario is that these are supposedly Igbos, young Igbo people who are supposed to know better. Does it mean they are trying to seek attention, or just that simple hatred for Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB?
Mazi, can you come again with your questions? There is a break in that very
okay.
When you are speaking.
Okay, I said these are supposedly acclaimed Igbo young men, like they claimed. They said they are young, they are Igbos. And all through the time that we've seen the level of destruction in Igbo land, in Biafra land, Fulani herdsmen killing people, in Nimbo, and we've never seen them come out to criticize or castigate Fulani herdsmen on Mieti Allah, or all the terror that have been going on, try to even show concern for the well-being of their people. Why are they coming forward now that the Eastern Security Network, is it because they feel threatened with their sabotage? Because as far as I'm concerned, these are saboteurs, and with the Eastern Security Network, yes.
I seem to have gotten your question now. Do you hear what Ojukwu, the spring leader of Biafra, do you hear what Ojukwu says there? The Ojukwu said they are speaking not because they want they have the interest of the people in the mind, but they are speaking because of the fear that is in their heart. Do you want to play that Igbo that Ojukwu spoke there?
Yes,
again?
That is your
yes. They are speaking not because they have the interest of the people, but they are speaking because of the fear that has grabbed their mind. Now the fear where they inside their mind. This thing like they are panicking. They are panicking. Mazi will always say the zoo are panicking. They are not speaking because Mazi, you can play that Ojukwu clip again. Let the Igbo people get sense. Let people who call themselves Igbos, who are Ariwa's era boys, let them get
yes! Let my people go!
ga-esi enyi ọ na-eje ije ọ na-ekwu okwu ọmụ anya maka ngwa ụnụ na ife na-enyeba nsogbu fada achọ ịma n'ọnwụ ụjọ dịkwa n'okwu na-elunyefa n'okwu ma na-asọgherizi ọnụ.
Mazi part, thank you. That very part is very, very interesting indeed. Do you hear it? You hear it from the superior man, the man who fought for the freedom of his people with his father's wealth. Otuano Honia, he brought out his father's wealth. So for you to know the extent of his commitment to his people, he's the one who said, Ujo de Hanobi ne butele ha okay kule.
They are River States are being indoctrinated and brainwashed such that they have lost their parents and therefore carry out orders like zombies. Even self, us in Delta and River State, which means the boundary of Biafra have been recovered. You see what they are saying, that even Igbo youth in Delta, when they see people like us from Delta, they think marvels them. How come that these people? Because these are the Igbos that we are happy that we are divided along state lines. Now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is bringing all of us together, they are not comfortable with it. Mazi Solomon, I don't know if you're getting the point.
Yes,
for
somebody
to come in a press conference to specify that Igbos in Deltas and River State are even taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, behaving like zombie, it shows you that we are supposed to be counted out of the Biafra struggle.
Yes, Mazi Patrick, actually, you know, I have a reason for asking you to play that very video so that people can hear from the horse's mouth. Then, if you don't know the person that spoke now, it is the first man when Biafra was declared. He is the first president of Biafra, commander in general. He's the one who stood and fight the war Nigeria declared over Biafrans. Jim Dumogo Ojukwu, our spring leader for this very struggle we are in today. So he said it in Igbo, and I want to interpret to you in a little English I know. He said that these people, that the fear in their heart is what is pushing them to be talking nonsense. Is what is pushing them to be talking here and there. Therefore, from talking here and there, they begin to go around talking rubbish. So when you see men like this, they come to talk, 5 of them, they will set table with their pot belly. They say they want to do international press release. International press release, where are the press members? Where are the press members? 5 of them that are sitting on that table. And they are saying,
Mazi, look at it. After extensive research, we must state here that our father and leader, late Jim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, cancelled Igbo after the war. That the new Biafra henceforth must now reside in the minds and hearts of Igbo. Mazi, you see how they lie with the name of Ojukwu? That he said, now they are trying to tell us that Ojukwu. Yes. Now the same Ojukwu is the one shouting, "Let my people go," before his death. Mazi, the same Ojukwu who is feeling the pain. You see how they are misconstructing this man.
Yes! Let my people go!
Mazi, there is a total madness here. Let me play this clip again. Just wait, because it's very, very important our people understand the point we are trying to make. When they mention Delta and River State, so now what they are trying to tell you is that the Biafra is recovering all its territory. And these are supposedly Igbo people. So these are the kind of people who have divided us along the state line, that even Igbos in Delta and River State are joining the Biafra struggle. So those Igbos and in Rivers and Delta are not supposed to join the struggle from their own interpretation. Listen.
Such that they have lost their parents and therefore carry out orders like zombies with their consequences. Now the Kano does not have the authority from Ndibo and lacks the credibility to demand a new independent state of Biafra. The manner he goes about it. After extensive research, we must state here that our father and leader, late Jim Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, counseled Ndibo after the war that the new Biafra henceforth must now reside in the minds and hearts of Ndibo, since we have accepted to be part of the sovereign nation called Nigeria.
Yes! Let my people go!
Mazi, welcome to the program.
Thank you for coming back here. There is something I want to say that they mentioned. They said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no authority. No authority. Okay. Who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? A Biafran. And they are saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no authority, yet people are taking order from him. So what went wrong? What happened? What happened? Where were you? Where were you when people are taking order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Where were you? The man spoken was not born today. Where were you before they start taking orders from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Yet you claim he doesn't have the authority, doesn't have the right. But yet, without the right you feel he doesn't have, people are taking orders from him. That means there is something you are not telling us. You are not telling us your whereabouts with your articulation presently, with your research now. What happened all this while before the launching of ESN? What happened? Where were you? What were you doing? What are you implementing? What have you implementing as to prevent the man you said he doesn't have rights for people to take orders from him? There is something you are hiding. You are not telling us. Where were you? What were you doing? Does it mean that your work was not sufficient enough to have stopped people taking order from somebody you said he doesn't have authority? And as old as you are, you will even allow yourself to even come to this very age without you stopping something that you felt like is a threat. And you are coming to do a press release today. Where were you when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning the governors, the government to build infrastructure? Where were you? Where were you when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning the government, calling them to provide security for the people and for our mothers who are going to the farm? All this while Mazi was sitting in Radio Biafra talking about all these things. You with your pot belly, you are saying is a talkative. And you do nothing. And now you are coming to give press release. While you have not done something, you haven't even started. You are complaining of joblessness. You haven't created the job. You are complaining of infrastructure. You are complaining of joining hands with foreign investors. You haven't even brought them. You are doing press release. What is the need of your press release? Is that not a sign of is not just a sign of being a coward? Is this not a sign of being a failure? Is it not a sign of being a backward person? Is it not a sign of illiteracy from your part that is calling people?
Mazi, they talked about extradition, that they want the Nigerian government to extradite Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria.
Okay,
you know.
Okay, Mazi, pause.
Yes.
Pause. These nonentities and this bunch of illiterates are claiming somebody from England came and they create the Nigeria that is actually demonizing everybody. They accepted it. They accepted the ruler of the colonists. They accepted the law of the colonists. The constitution of Nigeria is copy and paste from America. Everything that is running, even democracy that Nigerians are claiming they are running, the white man creates that democracy. Now, is it not a shame for him to think that his knowledge and education now can advise these people who are even the source of his existence today? He wants to advise them. He wants to advise international community that created the democracy, that created the constitution, that colonized them. He wants to advise them now that they should patriate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What have he himself created? If you feel like the international community, they actually needed advice and education from the buffoon like him. If we feel like international community doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what is their responsibility, doesn't know when somebody is on his right and when somebody is not on his right, if you feel like he is in the position to advise international community with his own grammar and with his own education and from his light-minded set and the brain that water enter inside, why is it that in Nigeria, the democracy that he is enjoying is being created by the white? What makes him think that he knows more than them now that he's in the position to advise them? You see their stupidness. What makes him being a man from that the same Nigeria? He's answering a name that somebody's girlfriend suggested, and he has not been able to change that very name. He has not even been able to call the country he calls his own, the name, their own name. He's still running by the name that the white man created and then give to him. And the democracy that the white man created.
And they are not just running by. They are even complaining that somebody referred to that place as a zoo. And this for them is a very big embarrassment. That is one of their anger. Now, how can you call us animals, but you haven't proven that you are not an animal anyway?
That is exactly what we are saying here. Because if him himself cannot even be able in Nigeria country he call his own, be able to down to everything he's using there in Nigeria, both the generator, but every creation, everything that exists in both toothpick is being manufactured and being sent to them at that Nigeria, that everything is being done to them. And these people who has been doing everything, articulating everything that the black people that was dumped in that very country are using, what makes him think now that his education has qualified him to advise those people on what is right or wrong? What makes him that his education has qualified him to educate those people on what they're supposed to do as their responsibility? That is where they are stupid and they don't know. That is where they are useless and they don't know.
All this press conference you see is the fear of ESN. Because this will have been...
You know what? No. People are not seeking for opportunity. I want to tell all Biafrans who are watching here today, who actually are musicians, this is almost getting to 3 weeks that ESN was launched. Don't you think all musicians that is an opportunity for you to release a music as to regard to ESM, because these people, they need to be shared up. We need to share them up. Yes, somebody is working to make us proud. Yes, some people have taken stand to make us proud, because me, I didn't go for that training. I didn't go. I wasn't among them. But those men, they are stronger than me. They are stronger than me. That's why I'm taking off everything on my way to make sure I'm here anytime I'm called to support them. I'm telling you, somebody is working. Somebody is working to make us proud. Somebody is working to make sure that Nanyaga, that we will not sit as human being and smelling spirit. Somebody is working for it. And I'm saying to all the Biafran singers, we need the music, because what I supposed to dance now, what I supposed to dance for now is for me to call Mazipat to play me a music for Eastern Region, for Eastern Region Security Network, a music for them. They are the David of our time. They are the David of our time. Women supposed to convey music for these people. They are the David of our time. They are the David of our time. Saul killed 1,000, but David of our time is killing 10,000. Because over some few weeks ago, after their launching, already the federal government are already putting out statements that Fulanis should be, all the Fulanis that are moving their cows around, they should put end to it. They will station them to one place. And these are the things that Nigeria, with their diplomacy, with their English, with their certificate of law, they have cried for. But nobody make move. Nobody. There was a video that I watched when Mazipat sent it to me. The video about some disabled people from Niger Delta that went to Abuja. You see what is obtainable in Nigeria. When you approach Nigeria according to their constitutions, according to their law, according to their legislators, according to everything that is legal, nobody will regard you as anything. Nobody will regard your voice. Nobody will regard your presence. The only thing they understood is when people take law into their hands. That is the time they will remember their constitution. Because you know why? Because the poor people are now reacting. Now, when the poor people react and take law into their hands, they quote law. But them as a senator, when they take law into their hands, nobody will quote law. You will not see any person who said he went to the school of law, who says he's lawyer, coming to call them, except the agitators. Except people who are resistant to impunities. Only few people. But you will see the whole nation go silent. When Buhari take law into his hand, nobody is coming to quote law. He said, okay, National Assembly, they summoned him. He said he's not coming, and that, and that, and that. Now, where are the lawyers to quote the law? You can't find anyone. Where are the lawyers to quote the law that make provision that Buhari supposed to answer the call to National Assembly? But when the poor people ask for their rights, all these charge and bail lawyers, they will remember that one time they went to the University of Nsukka, they went to the University of Epoma, they will start cleaning their certificate. They are coming to put law to the poor people. But their governors are living in impunity. Nobody is quoting law. Their president is living on impunity. Nobody is quoting law. And their tribe men are living in impunity. Nobody. Metiala. Nobody is quoting law to Metiala. Nobody is quoting law to Fulani herdsmen. But once it comes to the Southerners, to the poor Southerners, to exploit their rights, people will start quoting law. Is that not dimension? Is that not mental sickness? Is that not madness? And they will be the first to call people names and accuse IPOB for calling names. And they are the ones who will come and say we are non-entities. They are the ones to come and say we are nobodies. They are the ones to come and call us non-educated people, jobless people. They are the ones calling us the name, but they are complaining for the name that they are being called, for failing in their responsibilities. These people are being disturbed by ignorance. And any poor man or poor woman that are coming here, coming in the media to speak against ESM, you are under curse. You are under curse. You are under curse. Your money was not used to form ESM. And nobody has put you under shame to sponsor.
Yeah, I think that Mazi has some issues here, and we have to start winding down. We have to start winding down because we've come a very long way, almost 3 hours now, and we've been able to bring forward a lot of things. We've been able to bring forward a lot of points. And I believe that Biafrans have gotten the message. And I believe that Biafrans have been able to see through the eye of the needle, the reality on the ground. For those of you who called in, thank you for your call. For those of you whose call didn't go through, I'm sorry, maybe some other time. But one thing we must take home today is that we've been able to organize ourselves to build a defense system that guarantees a secured land for our people. And we should not for any reason allow naysayers or people who do not mean well for us to decide for us what our future should be. We must put in everything within our power to make sure that we support the Eastern Security Network, to make sure that the Eastern Security Network succeed, because that is the last line of our defense. If we allow it to fail, then we are all in trouble. So it's very, very important we understand what time is it. We've played videos, we've shown you clips, and we'll be coming back again tomorrow to continue from where we stopped. And as a matter of fact, I'm happy to be here. And it's my pleasure to be with you this evening. For many of you who stayed late this night, it's almost 2:30 a.m. It's 2:30 a.m. And many of you are still following, listening, and it shows that you really value the program that we offer here. And I'm happy that you stayed till the end. For many of you who are staying from the beginning till the end, help us share this program, tag your friends, make it go round. We'll be back tomorrow as usual. We want to say have a wonderful afternoon, evening, and night, and see you sooner or later. Thank you very much. God bless you. Mazi Solomon will be coming back to give us. Mazi, I'm already signing out, but I would like you to give Biafrans their last, your last word, because we'll be coming back again tomorrow to talk about the importance of supporting the Eastern Security Network. And also, let's remind them that by, is it Friday, when are we going to host Professor and Engineer Innocent?
Professor is coming on, Professor Abadike is coming in Black and White TV on Friday evening, it's at 8 p.m. And yes, and on Saturday we are also hosting Engineer Innocent, and also Engineer Fred Richard on Black and White Web TV page. So that will also happen on Saturday, 8 p.m. So we continue on this conversation. I'm going to round up today by saying that Biafrans under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would like to have a debate stage with every group that feel like we are uneducated, that we are misguided, that wanted to debate with Biafrans under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are appealing for such debate, that we are ready to debate. Biafrans are ready to debate. So in anything you felt that is a major concern to you, you have not been convinced about, and you want a stage for debate for this very particular struggle, for the launching of ESN, we are ready to engage you in a debate. Stop running around making press release. Before you conclude we are not educated, we are not informed, engage us into debate. Come out, let's debate with you before the world. Before the world, call us out in a debate. Let's debate with you. Come forth with that your strong reasons. And
why ESN should not exist?
Yes, why ESN should not exist, and why should we be asking for Biafra, and the reason why we shouldn't be asking for Biafra. In whatever ways you want to debate, as to regard to what we are doing under
Mazi Solomon, are you ready to stand in for the debate?
Oh my God. I said what we should be doing now and what people should be organizing now is not press release. If you feel like there is something you have upset and you want a stage of debate, please come forward with it. It's not only me. Biafrans are waiting for you. The millions under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are ready to debate with anybody. The finest brain of eastern regions are under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people that went to school and went to the class of common sense in Igbo land, the only people that are left with sense today in Igbo land are under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only people that are left are people whose
Mazi, just hold on a minute. I don't want to go too deep, but I want to pick a point. Have you seen what the young Eastern region scientists have been able to do in a very short period of time?
Mazi, as I told you earlier, yes. This I don't, for at this very particular stage, we will come to
I'm only trying to point, Mazi, I'm only trying to point in that direction.
Yes. So something that is important, but this stage is not the stage to talk about it. You understand me? Everybody has watched with their own eyes. If you haven't watched today, you will watch later. But what we are here is first of all to educate our people how peaceful IPOP has been and how peaceful we are ever wanting to be. And anybody that are trying to cause problems for us, trying to cause problems for Igbos, should also be reminded of the consequences that are waiting for them. So that is what we are here to do first. It is in the responsibility of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be able to come to narrate to us what the scientists are doing. But people can still take time to watch by themselves. But we are here to say we are peaceful. Don't cause unrest. Reason for ESN is to keep peace in our community, is to prevent the dead, is to prevent the defenseless people for not dying, is to defend the defenseless people for not being raped, is to defend the defenseless people for not getting their business of farming overrun, destroyed. That is why ESN come. ESN, as they quoted in their press release, Mazi said specifically that these are not Biafran army. They are the Eastern Region Security Network, Ndinche n'asụsụ Igbo, who comes to keep peace in our forests, who comes to secure our farmers, to make sure that the invaders, the Mieti Allah, and the Fulani herdsmen stop killing our people in the bush. The ESN are here to stop the fear that has stopped our mothers, our fathers, our sisters and brothers for not going into farm in the bush. Hunger is coming. And if IPOP sit and do nothing, this hunger, it will reach everybody. You never experience what a hungry man can go through. Some of you that are doing press release. Hungry man will tear your stomach. Go to the book of Bible in Samaria. Hunger wired them to the point that women, the mother cannot forsake a suckling child. But hunger make a mother to forsake his suckling child, and they offer it and offer their children for food. For food. If you think you are not reason well. Reason well. That hunger, that the Fulani are imposing fears on our people not to go to farm. When that hunger comes, your children may even offer you for food. You might equally offer your children for food. Be very, very careful. ESN, they were launched to stop these Fulani herdsmen killing our people in the farm, imposing fear on our people not to go to farm. This is the reason why it was formed. They are not waging war with you if you are not a terrorist. Except you are a governor, you are a terrorist. Except you are a representative and you are a terrorist. Except you are calling yourself the son and daughter of an Igbo man, but you are a terrorist. Remember what happened to Eddie Nog. Remember in 80s, Boys Oye in Onitsha. I'm still reminding you people. Remember what happened when Bakassi come on board. They will go after you that are funding terrorism, while you are the son and daughter of an Igbo. If you are a terrorist or forming terrorism to our bushes, it will affect you. It will affect you very well. Be very, very be warned that why ESN is there is to provide peace in our bushes, so we can go about our economics activities as we go to farm, as we go to harvest, to prevent the hunger that is coming. It's very, very important. When this hunger starts, it will affect you. Atwala omalu, atwala ofeke, ofenye isi n'ofia. There is no legal backing to the Fulanis that carry the rifle in the bush. Don't look until you get legal backing before you defend yourself. We must do something, because this is the matter of life and death. You need to survive. You need to be alive to go to court. I am telling you. My own don't finish for this program. Biafra, I have spent a very good quality time with you guys today. And I also appreciate some of you who has remained in this very program, listening to us, sharing and commenting, and the people who also call into this program to make their contribution. My name remains Solomon Peter. Thank you so much. Until Mazepat choose to bring me back into this program again. See you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you very much, and God bless you. And have a nice evening, every Biafran. Thank you very much.
Yes! Let my people go!
Kansa gumara.